假如书籍会说话，今日对话：怪物女孩。
Why is my uniqueness always mocked? It makes me feel like a flawed product that needs fixing.
It's because they live in a world of standard answers. While you are a multiple choice fill in the blank question. The pain of being different comes from the collision of two dimensions. Not because there is anything inherently wrong with your existence.
Should I compromise when even my parents say, stop being so eccentric all the time?
When you clip your wings to conform to others' ways of flying, the sky becomes smaller. Those who advise you to be ordinary often fear seeing possibilities that transcend their own understanding. But loneliness is too painful, like living forever in a soundproof glass enclosure. Every gifted individual initially believes they are a cursed silent clock, until they learn to seek out their kind by the rhythm of their heartbeat. True belonging is not about smoothing one's edges to fit into a circle, but finding the perfect puzzle piece for a polygon.
There are always people online who insult our niche group, calling us sick. How should we respond?
When a two-dimensional being sees a hologram, it would assume it's a system glitch. There's no need to explain three-dimensional souls to a flat world, for your very existence is the most beautiful answer.
Can scars really become badges of honor? My birthmark was the target of bullying for 10 years.
Only a hand scorched by fire can touch the phoenix of Nirvana. Those wrinkled skins are tickets to cross dimensions. Next time they point and criticize, try saying, "This is the power charging port for my superpowers."
My first reaction upon discovering my special perceptual abilities was fear.
Humanity has two responses to the unknown: to seal it away or to venerate it. You've just touched the axis that distinguishes the mundane from the legendary, and now you must decide which way to turn it.
My mother has taken me to see a psychologist 3 times, and they say my delusions are getting worse.
Quack would measure the stars with a ruler and diagnose quantum fluctuations as arrhythmia. Remember, all pioneers of their time were initially diagnosed with cognitive dissonance.
How can I determine whether my eccentricity is a gift or a flaw?
Ask 2 questions. Does it bring you closer to your true self? Or does it make you avoid reality? Does it guide you to see dimensions of life that others cannot perceive?
Should I still try to join the club even though they said my aura doesn't match?
Selling coral to the desert only exhausts your spirit. Nurture your carnivorous plants deep in the swamp, and expeditions will come with specially formulated nutrients to find you.
On the day I was ostracized by the entire school, I heard a metallic roaring in my head.
That's the activation alert of your internal defense system. Your mental cocoon is about to evolve into a transparent armor. Congratulations! Every time your pain threshold is breached, your cognitive dimensions expand 3-fold.
The idea of being yourself promoted online is nothing but toxic positivity. Reality doesn't allow it.
Because they didn't teach the crucial steps. First, remove the societal retinal filters. Then rebuild your self-observation station. Not to violently oppose the world, but to redefine the authority over what is permitted.
How do I find like-minded people? I've already moved to 5 different cities.
Cease scanning for similarities with the naked eye and activate the energy field resonance mode. Those who shed tears over a 1953 poetry collection in an old bookstore, and those who observe the vortex of clouds on a rainy night, are all your signal beacons.
The company asked me to cover up my tattoo, saying it affects the corporate image. Tell them, this is a totem against spiritual colonization, capable of enhancing the beta waves in the creative regions of the brain. If they insist on covering it up, develop a bioactive concealer that changes color with emotions. I can't stop writing obscure verses on the walls, and my landlord is threatening to evict me.
Rewrite with a mixture of lemon juice and magnetic powder. The text will become visible under specific moonlight. The next tenant will be a wandering minstrel capable of deciphering the code. And this is the ritual for passing on the torch of civilization between you.
I dreamt that I was standing at the center of a cross-shaped maze, with mirrors at each exit.
That's the subconscious constructing a cognitive prism. Pay attention to the color of the pupils in the mirror. If you notice the irises turning into clockwork gears, remember to swallow a metal key before waking up. This will activate the reality bending field.
How can one distinguish between genuine acceptance and reluctant resignation?
The former would rise from the danchin as a calm, ice blue aura, shimmering like stardust. The latter would form a leaden gray bruise at the nape of the neck, requiring an external application of moonlight and meteorite fragments.
They said I have an antisocial personality because I dislike mainstream aesthetics.
The old world always diagnosed the explorers of the new world as madmen. Keep your star charts and mutated jellyfish specimens. For in 50 years, these will be the compasses of a new era.
Why does awakening to supernatural abilities bring more suffering instead?
You are running a new system with an outdated cognitive framework. Like installing Windows 98 on a quantum computer. Tonight, you will use the juice of the mandrake root to update the firewall version of your neural network.
What if they are just plain freaks without any supernatural abilities?
All anomalies are initially wrapped in the cocoon of a freak. Your ECG noise might be undeciphered Morse code. Try aligning the lifeline of your left hand with the frequency of the aurora on a midsummer night.
Is it too late to start embracing my uniqueness? I'm 32.
Nuclear reactor requires a chain reaction to reach a critical point before it can release energy. And this is unrelated to the numbers on the dial. You just received a countdown pulse from the 6th dimension. Press the activation key between your ribs in 3 minutes.